I forced myself to read Sakamoto Days in 48 hours so that I could prove to you and myself that it could be a legendary IP in the making. You see, I don't think anyone realizes the massive potential that Sakamoto Days has in becoming a legendary IP. The manga is already successful, but with the Netflix adaptation coming, Sakamoto Days could be elevated into massive mainstream stardom, or just flop. Why? Because a lot of this is riding on how well Netflix adapts this series, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why. My name is Tyler, and welcome to the Manga Cafe. If you haven't read the manga, then here's what you need to know about the premise of this story. Taro Sakamoto has aura. This dude is a legendary hitman. Everyone feared him. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, there's Sakamoto. He's gonna freaking kill me. And then one day, he falls in love, gives up the hitman life, gets married, has a kid, gets fat, and opens up a grocery store. Stuff that's relatable, you know? This guy works in retail. He lives the retail life, and he has intrusive thoughts on killing customers. He doesn't, but he has those intrusive thoughts, and if you ever worked at retail, you've had those thoughts. I worked at Old Navy for 5 years. I can relate. Now, Chin, who is a telepathic hitman and his old partner from his old life, tracks down Sakamoto and wants him to get back in the game. Sakamoto, however, says no, thinks of killing Chin, and then the two separate. Now, Chin tells the League of Hitmen because he's a bitch and a snitch, and he tells them that he found Sakamoto, and they tell Chin to kill him. Now, Chin, realizing that it's probably more honorable if he does the killing, goes into Sakamoto's grocery store and attempts to kill him. Now, remember, Sakamoto has aura. This guy is just too good. Chin pulls out a gun, shoots it at Sakamoto. However, Sakamoto deflects the bullet with a spitball. A freaking spitball. Now, Sakamoto is easily able to take out Chin. However, he does it non-lethally and spares his life. This makes Chin feel bad and asks the League of Hitmen for forgiveness, something I'm sure they are all very familiar with. However, because of this, they try to kill Chin. However, Sakamoto, because he's got aura, comes in clutch and takes everyone out non-lethally and saves Chin. Now, Chin is like, oh my gosh, like you saved my life, what am I gonna do? And Sakamoto offers him a job at the store.
Yo, who the F is this?
Now, this is all just in chapter 1, but don't you see how amazing this is? The premise is absolutely insane and fun. Also, I'm gonna reiterate this in case you just didn't understand it. Sakamoto is oozing with aura. Seriously, this man is as smooth as butter when it comes to his fighting skills and also just laying down the law. At one point during Chin and Sakamoto's discussions, Chin attempts to light a cigarette and it's immediately cut in half by Sakamoto, who tells him that there is no smoking. Oh yeah, Sakamoto doesn't even talk. The dude is a silent killer. Sakamoto Days has been compared to John Wick in terms of its awesome action choreography. A major difference between the two, however, is that Sakamoto does not kill. That is the big bad rule of the story, and it makes it super fun. Sakamoto does not kill. And trust me, he wants to. He thinks about it all the time, and the author is able to show us his intrusive thoughts. This dude is violent, but as we're told by his wife, if he breaks the family rule of no killing, she will divorce him. Game over. And this is what makes Sakamoto Days so good. The cast is so well balanced. From Taro Sakamoto, who just reeks of aura, to Chin, the comedy relief sidekick, to his lovable wife and kid who balance out the story with the fun and happiness. And as you go along, you start seeing how crazy this manga can get. One thing that Sakamoto Days does really well is not take itself so seriously. In chapter 3, there is a massive fight with Sakamoto and a group of thugs. The fight is so intense that Sakamoto basically burns thousands of calories and shreds all of his weight. The dude is back to being skinny and fit. Fearing that he'll get caught from his wife, he immediately starts eating again in order to get his weight back. I mean, come on, that is just freaking ridiculous. And yet, this is basically Sakamoto's version of Super Saiyan. It's Sakamoto Prime. And throughout these last 48 hours that I've been reading this entire series, basically the premise of this whole story is this. The plot is that Sakamoto must protect his family and maintain the facade of an ordinary life while fending off various assassins who come after him. He teams up with Chin, who possesses telepathic abilities, and Lu, a young girl skilled in martial arts whose parents were killed in a triad power struggle. Together, they confront the challenges posed by their former lives while trying to keep Sakamoto's wife unaware of the violent chaos surrounding them. Blah, 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 blah. Bruh, there is an arc called the Death Row Prisoners arc where a group of assassins target Sakamoto and try to take him out along with everyone else. Not just that, but the world expounds and you learn about an organization called The Order, which is a group within the JAA, the Japanese Association of Assassins, in which the top assassins come together to create balance among the assassin world. We also learn that there is a freaking school for assassins called the Japan Clear Creation. It just gets more wild and wild. The world is getting bigger and bigger, and the threat of violence is always around Sakamoto's shoulder. So much so that he decides to go after these people head on. And as the world continues to grow, so does the roster of current assassins and former assassins under the Order in the JAA. We learn about a guy named Takamura, who is basically the GOAT. Like, if you thought Sakamoto was a freaking god, then Takamura is the dude who taught God how to be God, because this guy invented aura. Homeboy has this sword that cuts through cubicles and freaking buses. This dude is insane. And the art of this series, it's so freaking good. The level of detail in the choreography is insane. Everything is cool. Everything is sexy. Like, seriously, everyone goes, oh, Jujutsu Kaisen has great fight choreography. Nah. Sakamoto Days has great fight choreography. Like, seriously. So, for example, during a motorcycle versus car chase scene, a girl named Rion tilts her motorcycle towards the street to avoid a car that is flipping over her, and with the sparks from the drift, lights her cigarette and then later uses that motorcycle to smash into a bad guy and then into a bus. That is sexy. That is awesome. And this makes the anime adaptation both awesome to look forward to, but also scary to look forward to. Whenever it comes to anime adaptations of a series that I enjoy, I get scared. I was robbed of my personal favorite series of all time, The Promised Neverland, with that horrible disaster called Season 2. As well, this year, Blue Lock Season 2 proved to be a bust with its amazing PowerPoint presentation animation. And don't get me started on Uzumaki. Trash. Sakamoto Days deserves to get the same treatment in action that Demon Slayer or Jujutsu Kaisen would. This series screams action and it has some of the best, if not the best, fight choreography of all time. The question is, can Netflix clutch this adaptation or will it flop and be forgotten? Who knows? Only time will tell. But what I can tell you is this. Sakamoto Days is a must-read shonen manga. With its amazing action but also balance of slice-of-life humor, its appeal to a wide audience is amazing, and I hope that more and more people will realize how impressive this series is. Thank you for watching. My name is Tyler and I'm the owner of the Manga Cafe, a place where we talk manga, make manga, and have a silly goose time. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you in another video. Peace.